Yeah.
Here is before.
Mishnah Tet. It's a big one, but let's do it. We have time. Bi'ur Mishnah Tet. Explanation for Mishnah Tet. Chavura she'avad pischa. We go in Yerushalayim. My family and your family are in Yerushalayim. You say, Rami, come over here. Why you say, Rami, come over here? Because you know that I can cut the line. I'm a Kohen. I can go in, I can cut the line, I'm shochet. Forget about it. so you want to change. You want to join the group. So we are in a group, like this. My family, your family, all the sons, all one group. Ve'amra le'echad. So we lost the Pesach sacrifice. Says, where's the Pesach? He ran away. Says, what do you mean he ran away? Ran away. What do you want me to do? It's a sheep. What do you want? What am I, a shepherd? I'm not a shepherd. I don't know how to keep a sheep. It ran away. What do you want from my life? Yeah. Ve'amra le'echad mechaverea. So then we tell, let's say, hey, Matan.
Go find it.
Not go find it. Oh. Forget, find it, we're not going to find it. Sheep in Yerushalayim on the 14th of Nisan, you would find it. There's thousands of sheep running around. You would never find it. Oh, אמרו לאחד מחבריה, we say to Matan, do something. צאו בקש את הפסח שעבד. Yeah. No, you're right. No, you're right. I was wrong. Oh. He says, you tell him, hey, it's right over there. Matan, run after him.
Yeah,
Matan ran after him. Yeah, you're right. I was wrong. I thought it was a different case. Yeah, that's exactly the case. צא ובקש את what? את הפסח שעבד. Here, he's running down the street over there. Go grab him. So we tell Matan, go grab him. So Matan runs after him, right? ושחוט עלינו. Grab that sheep, take it to the temple, and slaughter for us. And שחוט עלינו אותו פסח. You be the designated one. We're busy with preparing for the meal. לכשתמצאנו, when you find him, shecht on it. והלך, הוא מצא את הפסח. He ran after the sheep. He found it. ושחט, and he slaughtered it. לשם בני החבורה. When he slaughtered it, he says, I'm doing it as a representative for the entire group. And now, it's becoming later. We don't know if Matan found the sheep or didn't found the sheep. And we have some guy said, hey, what do you mean? We don't have Pesach sacrifice? He says, yeah, Matan ran after him. And you trust Matan to find him? How do you know he's going to find him? And now, because Matan ran after him, that means I'm not going to bring Pesach sacrifice?
I'm going to get another one.
Oh, and somebody says, I'm not going to rely on that. I'm going to grab another one, because it was a shechting. It's not a problem. It's before the shechting. I'm going to grab another one, designate the other one, and shecht on it. So we don't trust Matan, all of a sudden, and we decide, you know what, we can trust it. We're going to bring another Pesach sacrifice. והם לקחו, ובני החבורה לקחו כבש אחר. We took another sheep, כי חששו שלא ימצא הפסח שעבד. We were worried, maybe Matan is not going to find it. ושחטו אותו לשם הפסח. And we slaughtered it for the Pesach sacrifice. Now comes the question. Here's going to be a difference. The question is, whose was shechted first? Whose was shechted first? Let's see. אם שלא נשחט ראשון, if he slaughtered his first. In other words, Matan took it. You ask Matan, what time did you shecht it? He said it was about 12:34. And we did ours at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He did it, he just didn't tell us. He found it, he put it 12:34. Oh, so he was first. So now comes the problem. אם שלא נשחט ראשון, if he slaughtered his first, אם הפסח שנמצא על ידי שליחם, נשחם ראשון, since we gave him the designation that he's going to be the leader of the group and he's going to slaughter it, הוא אוכל משלו, he, for sure it's his Pesach sacrifice. Because he's bringing it, and he's bringing it in our thing. והם אוכלים עמו משלו. And it was first, and we designated him, so everybody eats from the first Pesach sacrifice, from the one that he brought. שמאחר שעשו שליח, since we made him into a messenger, ואמרו לו שחוט עלינו, and we all told him, hey, you're a representative, הרי על שלא נמנו כולם. When he shechted, everybody was counted on the Pesach sacrifice. ושוב אינם יכולים אחר שחיטתו להימנות על פסח אחר. And after the shechting, they cannot say, it's too late. In other words, after we became already part of this Pesach sacrifice, we said we don't want to, we're going to go into other sacrifice. Too late. You already were counted when he was shechted it. הילקח כולם אוכלים משלו, therefore we all eat from his, ושלהם יישרף כדין פסח בלא בעלים. And the other Pesach sacrifice, the ones that they shechted, that's it, you cannot eat it. So you have to burn it.
למה you can bring it as offering?
It was designated for Pesach. It's not mixed. It didn't mix. It wasn't mixed. You know for sure it's Pesach. This one, you know for sure it wasn't interchanged with the other. Yeah. You know, this is for sure 100% Pesach sacrifice. There's no people for it. So you have to burn it. There's not a question. It's not a suffix. You don't have a doubt which one it is.
For sure.
It's for sure. Yeah. But what happens the other way around? He ran after the sheep. It took him 3 hours. And before he shechted his sheep, we shechted our sheep.
So you eat from them.
Wait, it's going to be a problem. You see. ואם שלהם נשחט ראשון, and if they slaughtered theirs first, הם אוכלים משלהם, they eat from theirs, because why are they eating from theirs? Because by shechting the sheep, they're saying, we are not anymore with that sheep, but he didn't say that.
He did.
Oh.
He went to shecht.
So which one is he going to eat?
He's going to have to, but how can he eat from the other one? He can eat the whole sheep.
But yes, that's it. But he's forced to. That's his sheep.
But he has to eat in chavura.
He doesn't. He's not going to eat in chavura. He said Pesach Yachid. This is an example of Pesach Yachid. Yeah? והם אוכלים משלהם, they eat on theirs, לפי שחזרו בהם מן השליחות. Because by shechting the Pesach sacrifice, they were saying, we're not in that group anymore. We chose this group now. ומשכו ידיהם מן הפסח שעבד. And they're saying, hey, we're not nominated with that Pesach that got lost. לפני שחיטתו ונמנו על שלהם. And we designated another Pesach sacrifice. והוא אוכל משלו. But he cannot choose eat with them. He has to eat by himself. He's obviously he's going to have a notar. He's going to have a maid, but it's not his fault. There's nothing he can do about it. He'd eat as much as he can. והוא אוכל משלו, and he eats from his. שהרי לא נמנה עמהם על שלהם, because he wasn't counted with them on theirs. Now comes the problem. So this one is easy, because they know when they shechted. But if they shechted almost at the same time, and they don't know which one was first, which one was second, now what do they do?
That's a ball.
That's going to be a boch. That's it. ואם אינו יודע איזה מהם נשחט ראשון, if they don't know which one was shechted first, שלו, שלהם, his or theirs, או ששחטו שניהם כאחד, or they do know, and they saw it at the same time, בזמן אחד, so what happens then? הוא אוכל משלו, he eats from his, שהרי לא נמנע עמהם על שלהם. He eats from his because he's safe. Because they nominated him and he shechted it. They're going to be in trouble now. Why? Because they don't know. They don't know which one they should eat. They have a suffix. והם אינם אוכלים עמו. They cannot eat from his sacrifice. Because they don't know 100% sure it's his sacrifice first was shechted. If they know it's 100%, yeah, but they don't know it's his sacrifice. שמא שלהם נשחט ראשון. Because maybe they slaughtered their sacrifice first, which means their sacrifice is the real one. ונמצא שמשכו ידיהם משלו ולא נמנו עליו. So it says that they cannot join him and and you don't know, it's either here or there and then either. So what do? ושלהן יצא לבית השרפה. And now they don't have a Pesach sacrifice. They don't have Pesach sacrifice. They can't.
No, they can eat with him?
No, because they don't know if they're him. Maybe they shechted theirs first, and then they have to eat theirs first. So not this. So there that's it. They cannot. So they have to take their sheep and burn it. That's it.
And they can do Pesach.
או ושלהם יצא לבית השרפה, שאף מן הפסח שלהם אינם יכולים לאכול. Even from there they cannot eat, שמא שלא נשחט ראשון. Because maybe his was sacrificed first. And then that's it, they're done. ולא יכלו להימנות על שלהם, and they cannot designate theirs. הילקח דינו בשרפה. But, פטורים מלעשות פסח שני. They don't, since they did bring this Pesach sacrifice, they just was done, so they don't have to do Pesach Sheni.
They shechted, but they didn't eat it.
That's right. ופטורים מלעשות פסח שני. They don't have to bring the second Pesach. אף על פי שאינם אוכלים לא משלהם, even though they didn't eat anything. שהרי מכל מקום נמנו על אחד מהם. Because why? Because for sure they were counted in one of them, either here or here. They just don't know, so they can't eat. That's a side issue. But they did bring the Pesach sacrifice. והוא נשחט ונזרק לשמם. And it was slaughtered, and it was, the blood was thrown for the name. I don't care which one. One of them was, so everything was done. The sacrifice was done good for them. אלא שאינם יודעים איזו פסחם. The only problem is by them. They don't know which one is the Pesach sacrifice. כדי שיוכלו לאכול ממנו, in order to eat from it. והאכילה אינה מעכבת. But the האכילה doesn't push it away. Now we're going to have another complication. What's the other complication? אמר להם, what's another complication? One of them said, אחד מפני החברה שיצא לחפש את הפסח האבוד. So now, because of this Mishnah, the next year happens the same thing. The Pesach runs away. So somebody runs after him, you know. So it says, so he's going to be smart. He's going, I'm going to be smart this time. He says like this. He says, Im echarti tz'u u'shichtu alai. It says, look, I'm running after him, but I might not find it.
If I'm not coming in an hour?
If I'm too late, whatever, like, that's right. I want to be nominated with you guys. In other words, until a certain time, wait, but I don't come until what time? Then you go and count me in. Because I want to eat together with you to prevent your problem. I don't want to eat by myself. Yeah? So he's smart this way. Count me in with you guys. כלומר שבני החמורה לא אמרו לו. But over here, he's taking the position himself. Yeah? He says, they never designated him. Over here is the designation. In the previous case, they said to him, go shchot aleinu. Over here, they didn't tell him, go shchot aleinu. He says, guys, I'm running. Yeah? If I don't come back in time, I'm with you.
No, to the other guy they said, go find it, shecht it and bring it here. To this guy say, just go find it.
No.
Don't shecht it.
They didn't even say, go find him. He said,
go find it.
In other words, he's the one. He's taking himself out of the group.
They didn't designate.
Oh, because that's the important part. He wasn't designated by them as a shliach. Even if he shechts, I don't know if it's. He nominated himself. That's the idea. He nominated himself. Okay. כלומר שבני החברה לא אמרו לו, since the people did not say to him, שחוט עלינו, they did not tell him, slaughter on us, אלא הוא אמר להם, he decided for them, אלך ואחפש את הפסח שעבד, it says, I'm going to go and look for the Pesach sacrifice that got lost, ואם תראו שאחרתי לבוא, and if you're going to see that I didn't come in 3 hours, תמנוני עמכם ותשחטו עליי. Make sure that I'm with the group, because if I don't find him, I'm there. הלך ומצא. Now comes the problem. He did find it. So now what happens? הלך ומצא את הפסח שעבד ושחט אותו. He found it and he slaughtered it. והם לקחו ושחטו פסח אחר. And they sacrificed another one. Whichever way you want to do it. Wait to see. אם שלהן נשחט ראשון, if they sacrificed their first, then it's good.
He's with them.
And
And
הן אוכלים משלהם.
they burn the other Pesach.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. הן אוכלים משלהם. They eat from theirs. שהרי סילקו עצמם מן האבוד. Because they didn't say there's a chance to find it. He decided to took upon himself, hey, I might find it. But they said, forget about it. We're going to take another one. Yeah? And also they did take another one, specifically. והוא אוכל עמהם. And since they sacrificed first, and he told them, count me in, and he sacrificed his second, he sits with them. שהרי נמנה עליהם על שלהם, because he was counted with them. ומשנשחט אינו נמשך למשול ממנו. And since they sacrificed first, that's it. That was the condition. ושלא יישרף, and his is going to get burnt, like we said. כדין פסח שאין לו בעלים. But what happens if he shechts first? What happened if he was the one who shechts first? ואם שלא נשחט ראשון, and if he shechts his first, הוא אוכל משלו, he's going to eat from his. Why? שחזר בו ממה שאמר להם שישחטו עליו, because He ran after him for a purpose, to shecht him. ומשך ידיו מן הפסח שלהם. Once he shechted him, he showed, I'm not with you guys anymore. I'm with this. That's what he shows. Otherwise, why are you shechting him? You're shechting him to show that you're not with what you told them. Hey, shecht for me. The fact that you shecht him...
Why does it show in the first scenario that when both of them
Because he told them, if I don't come back, I want to be counted with you. Over here,
he didn't tell him.
He did. He told him the same thing. He told them, if I don't come back, come with me. But when he's shechting he's saying, I'm not with you guys. Yeah. He says, I'm not with you guys. Yeah. ומשך ידם משלהם לפני שחיטתו והן אוכלים משלהם. So that easy. He said, I'm with this one, and they are still with theirs. Yeah. והן אוכלים משלהם, and they eat from them, and then you don't have to burn anything because he has the leftovers. שהרי לא אסור על שליחים לשחטו עליהם, because they did not make him, designate him to slaughter. ומזמן כבר נסתלקו ממנו. And then we don't have anything to do with you guys. You decided. It's not, we decided ours. ואם אינו ידוע איזה מהם נשחט ראשון, and if you don't know which one was shechted first, או ששחטו שניהם כאחד, or it was in the same time, הם אוכלים משלהם, then it's the same thing as before, they're going to eat from theirs, שהרי לא עשו שליחים, כמו שבאנו להן, because they never nominated him, והוא אינו אוכל עמהן, and he cannot do this one and this one, he is suffix, he doesn't know which one is his or theirs.
Problem.
Yeah.
He said, if you shecht, count me, and then he went and shecht,
and now he doesn't know which one.
And you don't know which one was first.
So he
can eat.
Burn, that's right. He can't eat, but he doesn't have to bring Pesach Sheni. In other words, he did the mitzvah of the Pesach.
Okay.
He just can't eat it. It's a side issue.
He doesn't know which one.
Yeah. והוא אינו אוכל עמהם. He doesn't eat with them. שמא שלא נשחט ראשון. Maybe his was shechted first. ומשך ידו משלהם, which means this is mine. ולא נמנו עליו, and then they didn't count him in. ושלא יצא לבית השרפה, and his he has to burn. שמא שלהם נשחט ראשון. Maybe theirs was shechted first. וכיוון שעשם שליחים לשחוט עליו, he nominated them to be counted on him, לא יכולו להימנות על פסח אחר. Now he cannot even take another Pesach sacrifice. He is completely stuck. He cannot even run quickly and get another, or go to another group, because he's already counted with them. He says, maybe he Pesach. He says, you know what, I'm not with any of you. You can't. You already counted with us. You cannot be in two groups. Easy, completely. In some cases, you can go grab another one quickly and do it still. Over here, you're done. הילקח פסח שלו דינו בשרפה. Therefore, his Pesach needs to be burnt. הוא פטור מלעשות פסח שני, but he doesn't have to bring the next month another sacrifice. שמכל מקום נמנע על אחד משני הפסחים הללו, because we know for sure he's counted on one of them. והאכילה אינה מעכבת כמו שבאנו לעיל. And the fact that he didn't eat, that's nothing to do with the sacrifice. Another case. אמר להם, he said to them, אם איחרתי צאו ושחטו עליי. It says, if I'm late, go out and slaughter on me. ואמרו לו, and they said to him now, בקש הפסח ושחוט עלינו. So he nominated them to shecht for him, and they nominated him to shecht for them.
Who?
אוכלים כולם מן הראשון. So then it's easy. Everybody eats from the first Pesach sacrifice. Because they said, in other words, what are they saying? Whoever is going to shecht first, we're going to be nominated on him. That's what they're actually saying. So he says, hey, if I don't come back, they say, hey, if you found it, shecht. So whichever one goes first, no, to one group, we don't know which one it is though. It's one group.
There is two Pesach.
There's two Pesach sacrifices, but only one group. In other words,
which one is נמנע איתך?
That's right.
I see, okay.
אוכלים כולם, so then it's easy. It doesn't matter which one was shechted first. Yeah, you eat that first. Everybody eats that. Everybody eats whichever one shechts first. אוכלים כולם מן הראשון. מן הפסח של ישרת ראשון, from the first Pesach that was sacrificed, שהרי שהוא שליח שלהם והם שליחים שלו, because they each nominated each other. And the second one is saref, and the second one will be burnt. That's easy, but what if you don't know which one was first? ואם אין ידוע איזה מהם נשחט ראשון, but now what happens if you don't know which one was first, או שנשחטו שניהם כאחד, or they're both together, now you double. In other words, you both sacrificed, but none of you now can eat. No one can eat now. שניהם יוצאים לבית השריפה. He says, they both has to be burnt. That's right. Every advantage has a disadvantage. Excellent. It doesn't matter what you're going to do. You're going to suffer somewhere. You're going to gain something, but you're going to suffer something. That's right. ומכל מקום פטורים מלעשות פסח פשיני, כמו שבאנו עליהם. Nevertheless, they don't have to do the Pesach sacrifice because they did bring the Pesach. לא אמר להן ולא אמרו לו. Now comes everybody, nobody talked. This guy decided to go over there, they're doing theirs, nobody talked. You know, this is what happens that. That's right, nobody was nominated. He decides on his own, everybody decides on his own. You decide to run after him, I decide to go bring another sheep. This guy also, we decide to go and bring another sheep. We have 5 sheep now over here, everybody is sacrificing. So what do you do? לא אמר להם ולא אמרו לו. So he didn't tell them and they didn't tell him. כלומר שלא אמרו זה לזה כלום. They never nominated one another. They didn't tell each other anything. אלא שאחד מבני החברה הלך מעצמו. One of the group went by himself לחפש את הפסח שעבד. To look for the Pesach sacrifice that got lost. ומצאו ושחטו. He found him, he slaughtered him. והם לקחו ושחטו פסח אחר. And they went and sacrificed another Pesach. אף על פי שהיה בליבם שישחטו כל אחד מהם על חברו. So obviously they're having in their mind, hey, when I'm shechting in for everybody. So when he's shechting, in his mind, he's shechting for everybody. And when they're shechting for him. או שהיו שם מעשים ורמזים, or it looked like when he was running after the בהמה, they went like him, good job. It's not enough, the fact that they're happy that he's running. It doesn't mean now that they nominated him. שניתן היה להבין מהם שכל אחד ישחוט על חברו, that you can think, maybe that's what they want. You know, and he's telling them, you know, if you find one, I mean, in there, it doesn't matter. If they didn't nominate you, exactly. הואיל ולא פירשו ולא אמרו זה לזה כלום. Since it wasn't clear 100%, you didn't say, I designate you, and he didn't say I designate you. אינם אחראים זה לזה. It says that's it. You know what they did just now? It's like separating into 2 groups. He decided he's separating into a group, they're separating into another group. That's what's happening over here.
It doesn't matter who was shecht.
Doesn't matter. That's right. That's right. I think so. Let's see. אין אחריות וטענה זה על זה. They don't have a responsibility one on another. ואין חוששים כלל איזה נשחט ראשון. You don't care even who was slaughtered first. אלא הוא אוכל משלו והם אוכלים משלהם. It's like they just split the groups. They just split the group, that's right. בגמרא מובאת ברייתא, in the Gemara it brought down a ברייתא, אמר להן ואמרו לו. It says, if they tell to him and he tells to them, אוכל מן הראשון, then he eats from the first one. מן הפסח שנשחט ראשון, לא אמר, in other words, the Braita is saying this whole thing, all the steps, not just the last one. If he said to them and they said to him, then he eats from the first one. לא אמר להם ולא אמרו לו, he didn't tell to them and they didn't tell to him. Our case, אינם אחראים זה לזה. They don't, it's like they split the groups. ומכאן אמרו חכמים, and over here the sages says, יפה שתיקה לחכמים. It says, חכמים, it's beautiful when you're quiet, you don't say anything. קל וחומר לטיפשים, how much more so for the... זהו. In other words, if you're wise, don't say anything. If you see a problem in anything, there's a problem, don't say, because once you say something, you designate it into something. Over here, nobody talked.
In the Pesach. Nobody said nothing.
That's the best possibility. That's the best possibility that can happen. It says, you want to know if the Pesach sacrifice runs away, you know what you should do? Whatever you want. Don't tell me what you're doing. Don't tell me I'm coming, I nominate you. No. Shh. Go do, that's the best thing. Nothing can wrong. In other words, action without talk is better than trying to manipulate the situation. Because whenever you try to manipulate the situation with talk, you're going to cause a problem. In other words, you might bring into happening that somebody may not be able to eat the Pesach sacrifice. If ever there was talk, if there was no talk, don't worry, everybody's going to eat Pesach sacrifice. So it's better not to talk. So it says, this is even for the Chachamim, it's שנאמר, אוויל מחריש, חכם יחשב. It says, if you don't know the rule, don't talk, because if you start, I know how to get out of the situation, I'm going to tell you nominate me, you're going to tell me I nominate you. It says, it's better, just shut up, everything is going to be fine. Everything is going to be fine. That's if you think you're a chacham and you say, I know, I'm going to say this and you're going to say this and then we're going to get it done, there's going to be a situation where we're going to be in trouble. Over here, there's never going to be a trouble. The maximum trouble is going to be is that the guy will have to eat a lot of Pesach sacrifice.
At least you learned something good here. When we go to Bet HaMikdash and we have Pesach sacrifice, you know how to behave. Mm-hmm. Don't talk.
That's a hiran. Don't worry. Let him do whatever he wants. You do whatever you want. Everything is fine.